Yo. So, guess what show I started?
I have no idea.
Ted Lasso.
How good?
Fire. Eight
Like,
episodes in one day.
what?
Yeah.
How long is each episode, though?
Uh, Pretty much a full 30 minutes, which is nice. It's not actually like 22. It's like a full 30.
Well, because it's
hmm
Apple TV. It's a streaming service. I more meant, is it 30 minutes or is it an hour?
Nah, it's 30 minutes, but it's fire.
Okay, so
It's fire.
you watched 4 hours of Ted Lasso today.
No, yesterday with my
Oh,
family.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
the
that's
entire
fair.
fam sat down and watched like 4 hours of Ted Lasso, and then we were like, "Yeah, we've had enough of each other for now." So,
That's reasonable. So you're telling me that I have to watch this show?
oh, it's fire. Literally, before we started recording, I actually told Brian, "Hey, what's your Apple TV? Because I need to watch this like right now."
Yeah, I've had it saved in my Snapchat conversation with my dad, which is a really weird thing to say on a recording, but I haven't even logged in yet. Hey yo, welcome back to the High Kicks podcast. What are you saying damn it about?
Because you caught me. I literally was trying to do it, but there's a slight delay on the camera, so I ended up getting caught.
What, with your finger guns, just like on timing?
No, because I was flipping you off with the finger guns in order to be
Ah.
like, I can actually do it this week and show you that I've been doing them every single time just to spite you.
See, I didn't see you flipping me off until you brought it up.
Exactly.
But yeah, we're back on video for the first time in well over a month. The last one we recorded on video was our episode with Julian of Coucho with Julian, but I couldn't get that to export out of Premiere at a timely manner. So it was, I think, the week before that. But our set looks a little bit different. Took a little inspiration from some other shows I've seen. Our rundown of our topics is now on the right. Looks a lot better, in my opinion. We're going to be talking about some sad news out of Manchester United, some what I consider confusing news out of Everton, touching up
Both
on
very sudden news.
fair, touching up on the state of Newcastle with how their takeover is going. We're going to check in with the most dominant football team in the world. We're going to look over the USA-Canada game. Then we're going to talk about AFCON. And today is deadline day. So we got a lot of transfer news. We usually do predictions at the end.
But
It,
we have
it,
a really exciting segment for predictions. Yeah. Yeah.
okay,
Really
Carl.
exciting.
Okay, Carl.
I
Okay.
don't know if you guys could tell by my enthusiasm how exciting it truly is, but we're predicting Burnley versus Watford, and that is the only game we're predicting this week.
Do you want to just get that out of the way now?
Yeah, can we please?
Okay,
I'm
cool.
predicting a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, I'm going to go 1-1 draw also. And Val's taking 2-1 Burnley.
Yep. Val, best of luck, because I could see that, but
I could, but I also really can't.
I'd probably throw the cards towards Watford personally. But
I would not, considering that Ismail Assar is at the AFCON right now.
I'd still throw the cards towards Watford. They're a scrappier team, and they've had more wins on the season. And overall, I think they can do better in like their peak than a peak Burnley. So that's the only reason why I would give a slight edge. But then again, I am taking it 1-1. So
All right. I mean, so we got a 1-1, a 1-1, and a 2-1.
Yep.
I think we're going to slide into our first set of news.
I'm
It's a
happy I
doozy.
don't have 1-1 on my human race jersey.
Yeah, so I was gonna start with a little anecdote here. about a year ago-ish, Carl goes online, orders that beautiful Manchester United human race kit,
Yep.
orders it with a very specific young Manchester United player on the back,
Yes, sir.
and the jersey gets delayed, the shipment gets canceled, and he ends up getting a blank human race Manchester United jersey. He's been very, very upset about that for 7-8 months now.
Yeah, since I got the jersey, but
Now he's happy. Now he's happy.
yeah,
because
it's sort of worth it now.
Horrific news out of Manchester this week. I'm sure anybody who's listening has already heard. Mason Greenwood has been arrested by Manchester police on suspicions of rape and assault towards his girlfriend. She posted Instagram images of bloody face, bruises all over her body, basically saying, if anybody's wondering, this is what Mason Greenwood does to me. There's an audio recording. I have not heard said audio recording.
I haven't either, but there's enough evidence against him in this case. And I heard there was also video recording.
There's a little bit of video of her showing some blood, but the audio recording is bad.
Okay.
According to Val, because we were texting about it, he said the audio was jarring. Very not good. And I was talking to my mom about it the other day, and it raises the kind of question, I didn't even think about this, but if she thought to record it, there is no way this is the first time.
Oh, obviously not, which is why it's so disturbing at the end of the day.
And like, I usually when like something happens to a player like this, like you kind of feel bad for them in the moment. Nothing. I hope he gets what he deserves. He's probably going to go to prison for this. Manchester United should terminate his contract.
I feel very similarly to the way that I felt with the Ferland Mendy. Like, there's just no point in trying to...
Ben Mendy?
Yes, because that was one of the main issues. Oh my goodness, I'm such a butt.
Well, to be fair, after we had that whole conversation, Ferland Mendy did get accused of some kind of assault. So, like,
okay,
but
still,
not...
I shouldn't like be confusing their names like that. But Ben Mendy, yeah, I feel the same way about Greenwood as I did about Mendy. There's just no good way to go about it. Like, they are not good people at the end of the day, so there's no point in really supporting them.
Yeah,
It's happened in other situations. You just can't keep on supporting them.
Nope.
There's
And
no point.
I don't want to be the one to make this joke, but I have to make this joke. It's a fantastic signing for Prison FC.
Yeah, it really is.
Like, it's not funny, but every single time that something like this has happened to a player, we've referenced Prison FC, so we have to.
Yeah, they have a pretty decent...
How
many players are on there now?
A good amount.
We don't have a full 12, though, do we?
Did you just say 12?
I'm thinking, like, we have, like, reserves, too. Do we have 12?
If you're talking reserves,
yeah, I know it's 11.
If you're talking reserves, it's like subs and reserves. I don't know. I don't know if it's a full 11. We don't need to get into that. The one thing I do hope for is I hope he gets help.
Yeah.
I hope he gets punished for what he
young.
deserves. Yes, but I hope he gets help. Because there's something wrong, I truly think, with people who do this kind of stuff. So I hope he gets punished. I hope he gets what he deserves. But I also hope that he comes out of it knowing what he did wrong and knowing that he can be a better person. I don't necessarily think he should ever get a chance to play football at the highest level again, especially if convicted. But
I
just
think if he's convicted of what he was accused of, he's going to be away for a very long time, and hopefully he's able to reform himself within that amount of time.
that's kind of what I'm heading towards. Yeah. I hope he
But
comes out of it as a better person.
yeah, we can all just hope because Jesus, like these are not great
And
accusations.
for
And
his for
in
his
America it's different. So you're innocent until found guilty. So
yeah.
it's not looking too hot for him.
And for his girlfriend, I mean,
I hope
sh-
she's okay and I
I
hope
hope
her
she's
family's
okay.
okay.
Yep. It's been very, very good to see. Val told me this. He was looking at all these TikTok comments on United's page, and all of it was saying Greenwood out. I think we're past the point, at least in football, with the victim blaming.
Yeah, no.
And everyone's just saying, Mason, what the fuck?
You're
Like,
in such a situation of power, especially as like a young rising star as he was.
yep, yep,
There's not much excuse. Like
totally agree.
sorry, but you know the position that you are in and how
Mm-hmm.
much you can mess it up by doing the smallest little thing.
Yep,
Like you saw what you and Foden like ended up stirring up, and that was like over nothing really. And then like
yep, yep.
you yeah,
Okay.
I don't really have to elaborate further.
I don't think you do either. This was a really upsetting topic to start the show off with, but I didn't want to go good vibes and then go bad vibes. I figured it'd be
No,
better to go bad vibes and then go good vibes.
this had to
So
be addressed.
this had to be addressed right away.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna move on to one of the more confusing managerial hires
Yeah.
that I've seen. So Frank Lampard is officially the new manager of Everton Football Club.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm mixed.
So, like,
I don't think he's Stevie G at Villa.
no.
I don't think he's got like
So,
he's
hold on,
getting
hold on,
a
hold on,
couple.
hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me put it this way.
I don't know why I made that comparison.
If
But
you, well,
like
because they were compared throughout their playing careers.
yeah.
But if you had given Stevie G, based on how he's been managing at Villa, that Chelsea side that Lampard had,
Oh yeah.
Tuchel would still be in Paris.
Yeah.
Well, Tuchel got sacked.
Yeah, Tuchel wouldn't be in Paris, but
Tuchel
Tuchel
wouldn't
would
be
have
in
been
Paris,
signed
but
by his,
he wouldn't be in at Chelsea
yeah.
because Stevie G would probably still be there. So
Was that during the Inter time? Like would Inter have possibly picked him up?
I don't think he would have gone there given their money issues.
I thought that was before the money issues.
Conte left last summer because of the money issues.
Yeah, and Tuchel was signed right before that, right?
Tuchel was signed last January, about a year ago.
So a little before that,
Yeah.
but Conte was still there, so nah, never mind.
I just think it's an interesting time because they signed him as their manager right at the end of a transfer window.
Yeah.
I mean, the loss to Norwich at the time in which it happened was an interesting time to fire a manager because of when it happened in the window.
Yeah, exactly. But with Rafa Benitez, he was
Yeah.
literally playing for the other team. Like I don't know what you expected. They needed to sack him after that.
Yep. We'll get into the transfer news a little bit later because it's the last topic we're going to talk about. But I think already Lampard has a better squad to work with than Rafa Benitez had. So
I
there's
completely agree.
that. Digne.
Despite Rafa Benitez getting rid of like some of his best players.
I mean, yeah, I was going to say his best player, but Digne is not, I don't think, overall a better footballer than Richarlison.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And also, like when he got rid of James Rodriguez at the beginning of,
I think James left.
I thought there was like a disagreement.
I think it was kind of
like,
well, that's what I mean. I think it was kind of mutual.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, but I don't know. I could see Lampard doing a decent job. I definitely, after how the transfer window ended, don't see them anymore in a relegation fight.
No, not at all.
I think he could get the best out of some players that he brought in that weren't getting
Um,
enough play time. We'll name those
yeah,
players later.
I'm wondering what kind of formation they're gonna run, and that it's
I
gonna
am
be
too.
interesting coming weeks.
I do. I still
They
think
also have
he.
time to like come together. Sorry to
Yes.
interrupt, but yeah,
I do also think he got that Chelsea job before he was ready.
I agree.
His managerial experience was Derby in the championship. And I
And
mean,
he wasn't actually doing what Stevie G was doing for Rangers either.
yes. Um, I mean, he almost got
He
Derby
did well.
promoted. He almost
He
got
did
Derby
well.
promoted. But
Yeah.
that I kind of think partially that was because of some certain player that was on loan at Derby
Yeah.
who is now shining at Chelsea.
Yeah.
So there is that. I just It was weird to me. If I were Everton, I would have stuck with Duncan Ferguson for a little bit longer because the last time they sacked their manager and went with Fergie, I'm gonna retract that. The last time they went with
Yeah, do not say that name.
yeah, I messed up. I called you out for saying Hendo, even though the Everton fans do call him Fergie because he played there.
Yeah.
So like Everton Fergie, I guess. I mean
Yeah, Everton for you.
Everton Fergie because Fergie's Fergie. And I'm not talking about. I'm not talking. I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
know.
talking about Fergalicious.
Yeah,
But
of course we know who we're actually talking about.
yeah, but Duncan Ferguson did a fantastic job in the interim last time. I thought he was gonna get the job straight up.
Yeah, no, I honestly thought his performance was extremely under like the radar. It was weird. He actually performed a lot better than I expected.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see how
Honestly,
Frank does.
I think with the signings, this
Yeah.
may be a great side to see where Lampard is.
Yep, I agree. I think it'll
And
be a good thing to like
yeah,
see his managerial ability.
and I'm sort of wishing him the best in this endeavor. Like
I'm not because it's Everton, but
yeah, you aren't, but like
you know, yeah,
Waza came from there. I have to wish him some good luck.
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
So we're gonna jump ahead to just take a little.
Speaking of another team that I want them to do all right.
Yeah. So
Uh, yeah,
Newcastle United. I feel like for this topic right here, we have to break into our transfers a little bit here because we can't talk about the state of the club without talking about the moves that they've made.
and they've made some monumental moves, but they're sort of under the radar.
Yeah.
Very
So
similar to the way that
they brought in
Everton.
they brought in Matt Targett from Newcastle, or they are Newcastle. They brought in Matt Targett from Villa,
Yeah.
which you had to think Targett was going to be on the move after the signing of Digne.
Yeah.
But the big one is Bruno Guimaraes from Lyon.
Yeah.
He's a quality player, and they're doing exactly what you need to do when you get a takeover like this. They're not going after the top talent.
You can't.
They're going after highly rated, highly talented players who want a little bit more money
Yeah.
and want to try and be a part of something.
And also, they made another move of a center back from Brighton, Dan Burns, so taking away from Premier League competition yet again.
After the
Uh,
Chris Wood move.
yeah. So we'll talk about that, like the entire fee a little bit later. But great move overall. They keep on doing this, and I honestly think it's a great idea for them. These are veteran talents that can really add some value to your club.
Yeah.
And also, Target had an amazing season last year.
Yes, he did. Yes,
Yeah,
he did.
he was
I
slept
think
on.
I think this window, I don't know if he was slept on. I mean, everybody knew how good of a season he had last year.
But
I
like, it was sneaky for him to do that.
Yeah. I'll give you that. It was sneaky for him to do that.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said slept on. Because at the beginning of the season, who was Matt Target?
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I think Newcastle aren't going to get relegated. I think the signings they've made, I think the way they're going to play, I think
I think
they
they're
have
starting to play better.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. I honestly think because they are currently in 18th, they have a game in hand or 3 games in hand? Yeah, 3 games in hand because Chelsea have played 24 games.
I don't even have the table pulled up right now.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if that's actually accurate because I don't know how many games Chelsea hasn't played either. Um, but
I got you.
Newcastle is
I got you.
3 games
I got
back
the table
from
up. I
Chelsea.
got the table up.
Okay.
Newcastle has 21 matches played.
Yeah.
The most Chelsea has 24, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't know if Chelsea have any matches in hand, but we'll come to see that because there have been a
No,
substantial amount
everyone
of
has
delays.
matches in hand over
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Okay.
Chelsea have played the most matches of any Premier League club.
Yeah, I know, but still, what I'm saying is like, even though they've played the most, they may still have
how many
matches in hand.
reschedule games? Okay.
Yeah.
So just letting you know, matches in hand means
Yeah.
matches.
How many games they have over another?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
What you mean there is how many rescheduled matches they have to play.
Yeah, because honestly, I think they probably have at least 3.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Newcastle
But
have a lot of games to make up currently, and they have a lot of upside. They only have 2 wins on the season, and they're sitting in 18th, and I think they can get a lot more wins. I
yep,
don't think they're
I agree
gonna
with
get a
that.
win there with their next game against Everton, but
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think Everton's gonna have enough time to like sit together and be like, all right, we're gonna have a cohesive side for like at least the first week.
But I think Newcastle might also with their additions.
I like the Everton additions a little more, despite Newcastle having more and
I like the
probably more
Guimaraes addition a
beneficial.
lot. I think Newcastle's gonna. I don't know. I'm not gonna say I think they're gonna win because I have a lot of time to wait on that prediction.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think we're both in agreement here that we think they're gonna stay up, and we think
Yeah,
that they're gonna. Yeah.
yeah. And let's not even waste anyone's time in saying if this team's gonna stay up.
The most dominant team in all of world
Yeah,
football, men's football, women's football,
kids
Barcelona
football, like
Barcelona
it
Femeni.
doesn't matter.
Honestly, FIFA, like video game
Yeah,
FIFA, they're more dominant than the best ultimate team you can think of. Barcelona Femeni are now 18-0 in their league.
yeah,
54 points on 18 matches. 102 goals scored. 4 against.
yeah.
Like,
Those are better than anyone, like any pro player's FIFA stats, by the way.
yeah.
You can literally take the number 1 pro in the world and their stats over how many games?
18.
18, and they scored 104?
102.
102? Yeah, so I don't even think in FIFA you're doing that.
Nah.
If you're playing other pro, like maybe if like a pro's playing us, but if
Yeah,
you're playing
but
like
they're
actual
playing other
ranked matches,
pros. They're playing other
yeah.
pros.
So like no, I don't think they're doing that.
And
That's
so
crazy.
I mean they have the best female player on the planet according to all the awards with Alexia Putellas. But based on numbers, really any of them could have won the awards.
Yeah.
I mean, this side is so dominant and so good. I just wish they had more representation on television and in the media.
Yeah.
Because I would probably watch them over the current Barcelona side, like the men's Barcelona side.
Yeah, they've had some cool additions, but I want to see a video game.
I just want to see a team that is. I mean, this side makes the dominance that the U.S. women have had over the rest of like the women's national teams a joke. A joke. Yeah. I just need to repeat this again. 54 points on 18 matches with 102 goals scored and 4 against. That is a goal differential of 98.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of matches left.
So currently looking at the Premier League, the top team is Liverpool with 58 goals. And they have currently played 22 matches.
Bruh.
And I think we should move on to USA versus Canada.
Yeah, I mean, even us talking about Barcelona Femeni can't do it justice.
It's so unrealistic.
It's like, so impressive. It is crazy. So beyond impressive.
Like the possession stats, everything about it.
They are
like the number of clean sheets. Like, how are you doing that?
They are so good.
And you're playing against like the top sides in Spain and in
Europe.
And Europe because they're playing in the Women's Champions League.
Dominating.
I don't like if they don't win the Women's Champions League, I'm throwing out. Like, not throwing out. That's weird.
They're gonna win the Women's Champions League, Carl. But let's move into USA Canada. So all of this
I'll wear a Liverpool hat if they don't win the Champions League. I'll wear a Liverpool hat for one show.
Yeah, okay. So all of this talk over the last couple years, all of this whatever about the US team gaining momentum, the US team gaining steam. This Canadian team, filth.
The young talent on that team, dirty. They don't really have like the best veterans. I'm not even gonna like try to lie to anyone.
Well, most of their team is young.
But yeah.
I mean, and so I have this written as USA versus Canada. Technically, it was Canada versus USA because Canada was the hosts. I mean, Canada kind of dismantled us. I mean, we had more possession. The US,
doesn't really matter though.
We had more chances. Based on the stat sheet, it looks like the US should have probably won this match, but no. I mean, based on from what I watched and the way that I saw Canada play, they went in with a game plan. They executed the game plan, and they won.
Jonathan, I don't know why I just said David, but David.
He didn't even have a super great game. I mean, he had a good game.
But his entire play.
Well, actually, I'm going to scratch that. He didn't have a great game from a scoring standpoint. The way he played on the field was superb.
I love watching him play.
He's so much fun.
I really want him to get picked up by...
I want him.
Everyone wants him.
I know.
He's one of those. He's one of those young talents.
Mm-hmm.
And
I just need to note that Canada won this match without arguably their best player on the pitch.
Exactly. I wanted to mention that as well because Davies wasn't there. And
I'm hoping he recovers from his heart issues soon.
I agree.
I'm
a Bayern fan. I don't know what else to say. Like
before I shift over to talking about the American side, Carl, I don't know if you saw this, but there was a point in, I think it was the second half. It might have been the first half. Full disclosure, I was also watching the NFC champion or the AFC championship game while this game was going on.
Great game.
Great game. Joe Burrow, savage. But
Love him.
so a cross comes in. Weston McKennie gets a beautiful header. And Milan Borjan, I think it's Borjan,
Mm-hmm.
makes one of the best saves I have ever seen in my entire life.
Really?
No, but maybe.
What? Did you just have like a stroke or like? I love
No,
how it cut out too.
you know what? I still haven't got the shutter release cable. But nah, I mean, so best save, maybe not. Best reaction save, maybe.
Okay.
I mean,
That's actually really impressive.
This dude, so McKinney gets a beautiful header, and this guy's already moving his feet. And I'm saying this guy. So Borjan's already moving his feet, and he just lifts his arm, boom, hits the ball into the bottom of the crossbar, bounces it out.
Wow.
And I'm sitting on my bed watching football, American football. Nick is sitting in my chair, and we're both watching. I'm going to say real football because I consider it real football.
Because American football doesn't really use a foot. Sorry, not sorry.
Don't do Evan McPherson like that, my guy.
All
right. But this save was out of this world. I mean, I'm sitting watching the other game, and I turn over.
So you freak out. I get it.
I freaked the fuck out. I was like, oh my fucking God.
Jesus. Yeah,
and I mean, you've seen me watch crazy saves. I don't always do that.
No.
It was...
Some saves are worth it. Like that Mendy save a little while ago. That was worth it.
On Mo's shot? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, that was beautiful. Sure. That was beautiful.
There's a couple other saves where it's just like... But, well... You don't get to make like stupid expressions every time you see a save.
Yep.
And I'm presuming it's one of those.
So, it is. Check it. I'll show it to you after the show. But back to the U.S. side. One of the problems I think that we have is...
Oh, wait. 1 sec. I was going to mention David's linked with PSG.
I don't want to hear that.
Yeah. Because... we'll get into it a little bit, but the Mbappe.
Yeah. So, one of the issues with the U.S. side is that it seems like Greg Berhalter is yet to fully decide on who his best 11 is, which at this stage in CONCACAF World Cup qualifying is very problematic.
Yeah.
Because based on the talent of the side and who else is in our group, we should, as a country, absolutely be qualifying for the World Cup.
Especially with our talent. Just, it doesn't really matter, like, the country or anything. Like, if any country had the amount of talent we had right now, I would expect.
So, Canada's sitting atop with 22 points after 10 matches. The U.S. is in second with 18. Mexico is in third with 18. Goal differential and head-to-head. But if the U.S. blows a game and Panama wins a game, Panama jumps.
Yeah.
So, like...
I'm not saying Panama's a bad side either.
No.
But they do not have as much talent.
I'm not saying Greg Berhalter out, but I'm saying it's getting close. It's getting real close because at this stage, you have to know who your best 11 is. I mean, the World Cup is coming up in December, and you're not even qualified yet. You have to know who your best 11 is.
And you can't be, like, experimenting the way that you are right now.
Yeah.
You aren't. You don't have the same talent as that England has.
Yeah, where it doesn't really matter who you put on the pitch in a qualifying match.
Exactly. Like, England have like the best talent in the world. We are a talented side, but it's not. It's kids versus boys at that point, or not men versus boys.
So you just say kids versus boys.
Yeah, kids versus boys, I guess, because
Yeah.
like boys are general. So then,
Granted,
yeah,
it is 12:30 in the morning, so
yeah, just face palms.
yeah. I think that's enough on U.S. Canada. It's a rough one. I mean, you never really
Correct,
like to see your own country lose, but oh my
correct.
god,
Canada's really fun
that
to watch.
save was amazing, and Canada is really fun to watch. AFCON,
And
AFCON. So last time we spoke about AFCON, we were like in the early stages of knockouts. I'm just gonna read off how the quarterfinal matches went. Burkina Faso eliminated Tunisia. Senegal beat Equatorial Guinea 3-1. Hosts Cameroon move on to the semifinals after beating Gambia. And Egypt comes from behind against Morocco to progress 2-1.
yep,
Mo Salah scores the equalizer at the 53rd and assists Trezeguet's winner in the 100th minute.
amazing game.
Amazing game.
I don't really have to say much more. And then Senegal's really playing extremely well.
Yep.
So
I mean, we said in the beginning of this tournament that we thought it was going to be Senegal or Egypt.
yep,
I would love to see Mo and Mane on the pitch together in the final.
they're different brackets, right?
Uh-huh. Burkina Faso is facing off against Senegal February 2nd at 2 p.m.
Let's go.
And Cameroon and Egypt are playing February 3rd at 2 p.m. These are Eastern Standard Times because that is where we live.
Yeah. Cameroon versus Egypt is an amazing game. I would recommend everyone try to tune into that if you can. And
Dude,
then
it's hard. It's hard. Speaking of that, so I'm like
yeah,
sitting in class on the 26th trying, and I check my
that's why I said
phone.
if you can.
I check my phone and I see that the Ivory Coast and Egypt are like deep into extra time
Yeah.
and about to go into pens. So I'm like looking on my phone trying to find a stream because I don't have beIN, and I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
I could not find it.
It takes a long time. And also if you hit up Kevin, sometimes he has it. So
Why
fun
would
fact.
Kevin
Kevin
Yee?
Yee said yeah.
Kevin has American football streams. I highly doubt that Kev would have a stream for AFCON.
Kevin has boys who are deep in the Reddit game. So
That's
he's
fair.
just like UFC streams and whatever else. Like
Yeah, but
yeah.
all that stuff is now on like Stream East.
Nah, it's different stuff for like he literally gives me a different website every single time I hit him up for it.
My neighbors use Stream East for everything.
I'm pretty sure it's Sports Surge.
Yeah, but Sports Surge half the time sends you to Stream East.
It's just a hub. It's not
That's
a
what
direct link.
that's what I mean. Like the top
Yeah,
links on Sports Surge are Stream East.
fair enough.
I'm not excited for this tournament to come to an end. Actually, scratch that. I'm incredibly excited for this tournament to come to an end.
Are you stupid?
I want my players back, but I like international tournaments.
Yeah, but you're stupid for saying that.
Nah, it's a sport that brings people together and stuff.
Yeah, but like with your current placing, you don't want your two best players back.
So we'll get into it in a second, but I think we signed one.
Arguably two best players.
I think not arguably two best players. Best player,
Allison.
Van Dijk and Mo.
Yeah.
Allison's
But
Allison's
overall,
Allison's like
Ali.
2A. And overall value, Mo, then Van Dijk in terms of transfer market value. It's Mo, Van Dijk, and then Allison's below them.
I thought Van Dijk was still behind. Oh, I'm talking about Mane though.
No, Mane's dropped off quite a bit.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm still
Yeah.
thinking about 100 million Mane.
Yeah, you're thinking
No.
about like a year and a half ago, Mane.
Yeah, no.
No,
Because I
I
remember
mean,
there was a 45 mil drop,
I
and then
think
there was like a
this is
couple
a
other
perfect
ones.
segue into our transfers, but I'm going to start with this transfer, even though it's further down on my list.
Yeah.
But Liverpool, I think, have signed Mane's replacement.
That's a little sudden.
No, that is literally the plan for Luis Diaz from Porto. To
We'll see if
slow,
he can pan out to be that though.
I know, but the plan is to slowly phase him in the same way they did for Jota, and then eventually have him take over for Mane the same way Jota has for Firmino.
Wow. Not a bad move.
That's what it looks like. I mean, Luis Diaz is a left winger.
Yeah.
He signed a contract until 2027.
I thought he could play either side though.
Yeah, but they brought him in to be a
Yeah.
left winger.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, it's a fantastic move. He's quality. He's class.
Yeah.
He's fast. He can dribble. He can shoot. He's smart with the ball.
Yeah.
I like it. But no, yeah, I mean, he is the replacement, as it seems, for Sadio Mane.
Yeah. There's a lot of players who you intend to be the replacement for
Yeah.
other players though, and they don't pan out to be that way.
I,
But
I
we'll
would agree
see.
with that. I mean, Liverpool's scouting department is quite fantastic.
I agree with that as well.
But
Like they are very good, but not every. We saw Keita.
I still think that's strictly because of injuries, because when he's healthy and on the pitch, he's fantastic.
All right, that's fair too.
You can't really account for that in your scouting. I mean, when Naby Keita,
Because no, he didn't have injuries like when
Yeah.
he was in Bundesliga,
exactly, when Naby Keita is
and he had
healthy
an amazing season.
and on the pitch, I mean, he's a fantastic player.
He didn't have a KDB Bundesliga season. I just said Bundesliga because he was on Wolfsburg.
Yeah.
I feel so
No,
stupid.
Carl, no
But-
one's had that season. No one's had that season.
Yeah, no one's had that. But like he had a very great season.
Yeah. So Luis Diaz is kind of the only transfer for Liverpool.
Nope.
Well, coming
What
in.
about Nico?
Coming in. We also loaned out Nathaniel Phillips.
Ooh,
He's going to
I
Bournemouth.
don't think that's a bad one.
No, I don't think it is either.
Yeah, but Nico's to Fulham
Yep.
for 3 months.
Such a weird loan time.
Exactly. I literally was thinking to myself, I was like, oh yeah, that's 6 months. Like just reading the dates, and then I was like, wait, no, I definitely read this wrong. Like what?
So, of the top 6 transfers on my list of transfers, and I mean top in terms of just the order I wrote them down, we already mentioned Matt Target. The next
Yep.
5 are Spurs.
Not all 4 Spurs though.
Well, no,
They are
Spurs.
Spurs though.
Spurs transfers.
Yeah.
So Spurs bring in Bentancur from Juve on like a 15.6 to 15.9 million pound deal contract till 2026. That just the number depends on what you look at. They
It's a
bring
good
in
talent.
Yeah, they bring on Dejan Kulishevsky, 18-month loan with a 30 million euro buy option.
I am not very familiar with him.
He's quite a talented player.
Okay.
Or 30
I need
million
to-
pounds, 35 million euro.
Yeah, I need to see more of him before I make like a full judgment on him.
They loaned out Brian Gill and Giovanni Lo Celso, both to Valencia.
Yep.
Lo Celso has a buy option. And they loaned Tanguy and Dembele to Olympique Lyon
Yes.
he has a buy option of 65 million.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to get triggered.
I do not think so.
Borussia Mönchengladbach made a fantastic move in selling Dennis Zakaria.
I agree that like they did an amazing job in selling him, but I think they could have gotten more.
How?
I think he's that good.
He's a free agent in June, Carl.
Yeah, I know.
If the other club, if Juve,
The other club would literally just be like, "All right, I'm just gonna wait."
Juve could have just been like, we'll just wait.
6 months, not bad.
Yeah, he wants to come to us anyway, so we'll wait.
Exactly.
We already mentioned Nathaniel Phillips.
No, let's go back to Zakaria though. My goodness, it was a great transfer.
I wanted him on a free.
Bloody amazing transfer.
We're Americans, Carl. We don't say bloody unless
I
it's
know.
followed by Mary.
I had to. This man,
and I mean the drink, not the creepy thing.
This man.
Oh, he's great.
Is a tank.
He's great.
Stamina's amazing. He has a great touch on the ball. I love the way that he can push it up the field. He has great pace. His passing isn't his greatest suit of his game, but it's still very good. And his physical traits and everything really make up for everything about him. And I love his, like, he has a decent dribble. It's just really, like, if he works on his passing, which at Juve, you'll definitely see some.
And he's what, like 24?
He may be a little older. He may
don't
be 25
think he
or 26. I always thought he was younger, but he wasn't, I think. Is this one of the players?
Oh, he literally just turned 25.
Okay.
So last time we talked about Dennis Zakaria was in like October, and he was 24. He turned 25 at the end of November.
Fair enough.
So I just want to move on to the return. It's finally official because we mentioned it a couple weeks ago. Pending medicals. Christian Eriksen has passed his medicals. He's back in the Premier League for Brentford.
To see it.
I love to see it. Love it.
Love.
Absolutely love it. I mean, he's going to make that side so much better. He's going to ball out.
He's going to ball out, and I can't wait to see them just lift in the table. Honestly, I think he's able to make that much of a difference for that side because I didn't think that side had many flaws in the first place. And then you bring in such a veteran talent, and even if he's not playing every single minute, even if it's like restricted minutes or something, he will make the most out of his time on the pitch.
Mm-hmm. Well, he says his heart's not an issue, so I think he'll be able to get full time in.
Exactly. I agree too.
Yep. So, next move, small one I want to mention. I don't think we got to talk about this much. Mohamed Mkhitaryan loans from Juve to Ajax.
Yeah.
Dude, we're going to move on. I already mentioned Bruno Guimaraes. We already talked about Luis Diaz. Spurs can't catch a break. They're linked with Adama Traore for the entire window. And then all of a sudden, Adama Traore, 6-month loan with a €30 million buy option with a 5-year deal already agreed upon to Barcelona.
Yeah. Not looking too hot.
Not looking too hot for Spurs. I mean, Spurs and Arsenal both missed out on a lot of moves because the next one I want to mention, I'm skipping over one on my list, but Dusan Vlahovic basically told Arsenal, a report said that he doesn't want to leave in the January window. We talked about this and that he wants to help lift Fiorentina. And then he went to Juve in January.
The most disrespectful thing you can do. Just be like, hey, go look that way. I'm going this way.
Yeah. I mean,
I love it.
I mean, I was going to say he's now reunited with Fede Chiesa, but he's not yet because Chiesa has the torn ACL.
Yeah.
I think this is a great move for him. I mean,
I agree as well.
Juve need a striker.
Yep. And Paulo Dybala can play back now. So I'm really interested in the way they'll actually utilize them.
Yeah. I want Dybala on a free.
Everyone does, though.
Little one I want to mention is Hwang Hee-chan officially has been purchased
I
from
will.
Leipzig to Wolves. He was on loan before. Callum Chambers has moved from Arsenal to Aston Villa on a free transfer.
Yep.
He said this is a step up in his career. Ajax Mariba is being loaned from RB Leipzig to Valencia, so he's joining Lo Celso and Brian Gill. This one came out of nowhere. I mean, it happened a couple days ago. He's already made his debut. He's already scored for his new club that he's at. But Amad Diallo getting loaned from Man U to Rangers
Yeah.
kind of caught me by surprise.
I love that, honestly.
Straight up. I do too. I mean, it's a great move for every party involved.
Yeah.
Donny van de Beek getting loaned to Everton is also a great move for everybody involved.
Yeah,
because now I think we actually get to see Donny play in the Prem.
Exactly. Because he didn't play a minute. I'm gonna be honest. He if you really thought his
Dude,
flashes of him being on the pitch.
He made his 50th appearance for United, and United tweeted about it, and all the comments were like, "Bro, he's played a combined 38 minutes." Yeah. Not really, but yeah.
No, but he's really played 200 minutes under 50 appearances. That's not actually a joke.
Yo, I know.
What the hell were you thinking in signing him in the first place if you weren't going to use him? Yeah, you're trying to take him away from another team. No, just fucking try to utilize him.
Yep.
But I honestly really appreciate that move, and we'll see what can actually happen with his career. Also mentioning Everton, though, they picked up Dele Alli on a
Yes, they did.
So
free, but once he plays 20 games, it's what, 10 mil?
Yeah, so here's the weird restrictions. So it's on a free transfer, but there's 10 mil once he plays 20 games, and then there's other performance related add-ons which could get at least to 30 mil.
Yeah, any numbers that I mentioned when I was reading out cost and whatever, I didn't mention add-ons. Luis Diaz has add-ons. I'm sure Bruno Guimaraes has add-ons. I was just looking at the straight-up transfer fee.
And the only reason why we're looking at add-ons for Dele Alli is because it's a free transfer.
Yeah. Speaking of free transfers, Arsenal finally got rid of Alba.
Yes. And I honestly think it's a weird signing for the club that's picking him up, but I guess.
I don't know. I mean, Barcelona need players. They need players.
They need players, but
I think Alba can still play.
I agree too, but it's just move on. Stop doing this.
Yeah.
You can get some better talent here and there.
I got one more on my list that I don't know if you saw. I mean, I texted it to you, but before I texted it to you, Aaron Ramsey.
I didn't see this.
So you didn't read what I sent you. Aaron
Ramsey, read most of it.
From Juve to Rangers, apparently, on a 6-month loan.
I actually skipped over it when I looked at the Aubameyang. I looked right at the Carvalho, which fell through.
Yeah, shut up.
I got one more transfer. I mentioned it earlier. The Dan Burn transfer from Brighton to Newcastle was for 13.5 million pounds.
Yep. I got transfer news that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Manchester United blocked Jesse Lingard from moving. Free him. Let him go.
Literally.
Bro, come on.
I'm sick of wasting his career at this point.
Come on.
We are such asses to this man. And
Yep. I
think
business
is business, I guess.
Yeah. I think that's all we got. I think that does it.
Yeah. Please don't block us like Man U blocked Lingard transfers.
Keep up with our Instagram with all the news. Val is also doing a fantastic job still. Got to shout him out.
Yep, every week.
Every week, because he's killing it. He's killing it.
Honestly, every week I'm impressed more and more. So
Yep.
Keep it up.
Same here. Same here. This is a little longer of an episode this week than we've had in the past.
It's because we're on video, though.
Not even that. It's because there's a lot of transfer news. I think next week will be a little bit shorter, given that we'll only have one Prem game to react to.
Wow, and we have to do a big reaction for it.
We don't. We can find other topics.
Like, I'll probably watch more Ted Lasso, so I'll be able to tell you guys more. If you guys want a spoiler episode, let us know.
Yeah. Yeah. But thanks for tuning in. It feels great to be back on video. Carl's putting up the finger guns for the sign-off, too, which is a little unusual. Adios.
It is.